Ugh. Another day, another gonometer not having any common sense. I swear to God. It just never ends, doesn't it? Hey guys, to the Animation Guy 2003 here, and today, we have a problem. Timinations900 is really out here trying to and blew Opal Life's career, I don't know. For absolutely no reason? It's a question I've yet to find the answer to. But in all seriousness, this cannot be swept under the carpet, and needs to be discussed. Let's begin. Okay, so since this looks like a ChatGPT-ass post, I split the entire post into multiple screenshots, that way I can fit them in the video when editing. To start off, Tim is claiming that if we are in blue Opal Life's favor, then we are disgusting people. Okay, if we're the disgusting ones, what the fuck is this shit then? Tim. Do you not see any projection here? That is like saying that people are harassing you. As you're also encouraging people to harass me, for instance. That obviously never happened, but you get my point. Also, you literally drove Blue Opal Life to self-harm because of all of this. I couldn't find the post where Ozzy said this, but I can tell that it did exist at one point, and before any of you start typing in the comments, so you can forgive Blue Opal Life. But you can't forgive Rick? The reason I am not forgiving Rick is because he did way more shit than Ozzy did. Tim is seriously acting like Ozzy is faking his self-harm, when self-harm is meant to be taken very seriously. If he says he did self-harm, more likely than not, he probably did. And Timmy boy over here claims that because Ozzy did all of the shit he did, which some of that stuff might not even have happened, it is acceptable to drive him to self-harm. Tim. No the fuck it isn't. Maybe Ozzy wasn't in the proper headspace and that's why he did all that stuff. He apologized for everything he did do, so why the fuck are you still going after him, and trying to make him close his channel? Oh, and speaking of which, Tim also replied to a comment I left telling him to get lost. He straight up told me to close my channel. He also said that I was the one to tell him to close his channel, and that I'm being a hypocrite. Tim, I did not tell you to close your channel in the comment. I told you to get lost. Telling someone to get lost and to close their channel are completely different. They're not the same. I swear to God, this dude is 2 years older than me. And I would never go out of my way to dox a fucking child. And yet he claims we're the disgusting ones. That is just so laughable. Laughable to the point where it's so infuriating. Look, even if Ozzy was dumb enough to call your phone number, you still should not have taken advantage of that by saving it into your phone. Thankfully everyone saw where I was coming from on 2 of my last posts, but of course Tim had to open his fucking mouth, because he replied to several of those people denying absolutely everything that is being said about him. He literally replied to almost everyone who commented on this post talking shit about me, or the person who commented, or just denying the fact that I'm speaking straight facts. Here's an example. Ice Blueburst 03. Oh, and by the way, happy belated birthday if you're seeing this dude. You are finally old enough to drink. But anyways, he said, what a clown Tim is. Honestly, I got to agree with this statement. Tim then replied saying, so is Drew for telling me to close my channel. Here's another one. Cameron Animate said, how dare he tell you to close your channel, he needs to stop. I agree with this also. Tim then replied again. This time he said, he literally told me the same thing, that's why I responded back by using his words against him. Here is yet again, another comment where Tim replied to it. Step Down Nerd and Productions said, Timinations900 is such a clown. That's facts. And Tim simply replied saying, so are you. As for the first 2 comments I showed, Tim, like I said earlier, I did not straight up tell you to close your channel like you did to me, I simply told you to get lost. Telling you to get lost does not equal telling you to close your channel. You're 23 years old, and you barely have any common sense? Wow, I'm seriously flabbergasted. Even if Ozzy did do any of the shit you mentioned, that still does not hold a candle to the stuff you did yourself. Tim, you are actually a fucking idiot. Tim knows that I'm out to get him. He knows that I do not tolerate any of the bullshit he did to Ozzy, as well as others that had similar treatment from the idiot himself. So Tim, stop trying to deny everything, stop trying to project, and just admit it. You doxed Ozzy. If you try to deny that shit again, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, do things you do after watching a video. My fucking god. This community is about to go out. And that's not even a joke anymore.